Hi guys, this is your Max aka Max. Welcome back to another video on the channel. We have the brand new Dynasty League promo. We also have 94 players added to the new database itself. So we also did have some new patch notes. We're here to find out whether the patch notes actually make the game better to play, because it certainly moved the market up and down. And of course, I'm gonna talk about some out of pack investments. First thing I actually want to go through is actually this Frankowski SBC 3-star, 3-star, high medium rock rate. Of course, the defensive awareness is very low at 75. Other than that, I think he's just a half decent card. The saving grace about this is actually he's very cheap to complete. Just an 84 rated squad. You don't need to submit any team of the weeks. 28k. If you need your league owned links, this is the card for you to go and complete simply just for links. I don't think he's actually gonna stay in your team for that long. We did also get a challenge SBC in the form of your Radioactive Challenge 4. So for this one, it's actually pretty good to do your SBC solution trading. So get on Footbane, go and check out some of the players that are actually required for these SBCs. I would say go and look for the gold common players, They actually do pretty well, but because this actually requires 9 rares, your rare players would also do well for this challenge for the SBC solution trading. We did also get some brand new objectives as well, your team pursuit. Just have to play games with your league own, your female French league, Mexico, as well as your Croatia players, if I can actually find the thing itself. So this is the one that I'm talking about. So it gives you a couple of fodder packs. Again, very easy to actually complete. So let's talk about the brand new players that were added to the database. We had 94 players. Santi Cazorla, Sergio Ramos, Adama Traore, Aberdelui. So all these players are actually super duper expensive. We all know that 83s are just 1,000 coins, but Ramos is 8.9k. Adama Traore is 8.2k, being just a 76 overall rated card. If you do have these cards, just go and sell them, because when the supply actually kicks in, especially for your Friday promo, these cards will most certainly drop a lot in price. So other players that we have are the likes of your Sanchez, Chamberlain, Piera, Bakayoko, Balotelli, Townsend, We basically have a lot of cards that were actually mostly free agents, and by the time they signed for their clubs, the game was actually already out. So that's the reason why they are only added into the game right now. Other than that, we did also get new player faces added. So the important ones are Balde, Gula, Tel, Di Lorenzo, Hugo Bueno, Benacia, Di Marco, Zerki. So those are the important ones. They are also available in the career mode itself. So big up to EA for actually adding in all these new players. So let's go ahead and talk about the brand new Dynasty promos, that we'll be seeing. So there it will be like a family kind of promo, whether is it father and son or cousins or siblings. So this is the promo that we'll be getting. I didn't even know that Ferland Mendy and Edward Mendy were cousins, but here you go. And we also already have a special card for Mendy in the shape of the Centurion, so he has yet another special card, gonna be very expensive. We have the James as well, Reece James, as well as Lauren James, his sister. She's actually a very good card to use, and I believe she's a 5-star skiller as well, or I hope that they actually upgrade her to a 5-star skiller. I think she's 4-star, and then you can evolve her to a 5-star, so this will be a very good card to use. And then of course the GGMU hype, Højlund, as well as his brother who played for Copenhagen. They actually played against each other in the Champions League. This Højlund card, will actually be, I'm very sure, very good to trade with, because there's going to be a lot of demand on this card. And we have the Hernandez brothers, possibly the most meta pairing in the, in this promo, I would say. So Lucas Hernandez is actually a pretty good center half, and we all know that Theo Hernandez, it's actually the best goal left back in the game. I would say he's definitely better than Mendy. And again, he's actually going to be very expensive in price. So, the inform, is actually right around 270k. So, if this brand new version is a 87 rated, and then he costs about 700k onwards, I would say that you can actually go ahead, right, to pick this card up. So what I will do is get on a content drop on Friday itself, check out how much this card is. If it's 700k and above for 87 Teo Hernandez, just go and buy your 86 rated Teo Hernandez. Because I'm very sure, right, he will actually go up because this is how the market works. We do also have the Timber brothers. Again, there's going to be a lot of hype because Urian Timber is a very, very good player IRL, and then he also has the Arsenal hype. And we have traditionally, right, always gotten SBCs for his the other brother. And then Zidane, definitely the marquee icon of this promo, along with his son, who is actually a goalkeeper. The Maldinis. And then we have Voron. So you will actually realize as we move along the list, right, some of these cards are actually not that easy to link, right? If you take a look at Haaland's cousin, right, Broad Bruins, it's actually a pretty cool concept, but my issue with this is, especially if he's in an off league, right, he's actually going to be very, very difficult to link. So do not expect this Haaland to be cheap as well. And then we have the Hedgie father and son combo. If you guys actually remember, we got their SBC in the last game. And then we have Rivaldo and Rivaldinho. So these are some of the siblings that we can expect. Oberdorf, I think probably they're just going to be good fodder. Schlotterbeck. So Nicholas Schlotterbeck will definitely be one that, you know, people will look forward to. And this card will actually, I would say, carry more hype because they are both German and they both play in the Bundesliga. And then we actually also have the William brothers, right? Inaki Williams and Nico Williams. Do watch out for the pair of them because they are actually very meta cards. If they get enough pace boost, right, they're gonna be used a lot. And we also already know, right, that you know, the the Thuram brothers, right, will be in this as well. So all in all, I don't expect that team to be, you know, to blow us out of the water because I think we are pretty spoiled with the content that we have gotten most recently, especially with the Black Friday promo and also the Radioactive promo that we are currently in. So don't expect the cards to be super duper crazy. We did also get our brand new team of the week yesterday, and of course, you know, this team of the week is definitely not as good as the previous one. The only really usable player, right, is Rodman. Right, I think the rest is mostly fodder. Saka is kind of decent, but we have the Road to the Knockout version. This guy actually looks pretty good, but I don't like his work rates. But other than his work rates, he's actually, you know, he looks actually pretty decent to use. And I'll say, yeah, the rest is pretty much fodder, nothing too crazy there. We did also get, I would say, perhaps one of the most insane SBC that I've ever seen, right? I kind of couldn't believe my eyes when I saw this management change upgrade. So what happens is it's a manager player pick and you have to submit a 81 overall rated squad. So right now, right, this SBC costs 5.8k. Your max price range for your managers is actually 5k. So if you have trouble sniping your Brazil, France managers, maybe you could do this, but there's no guarantee that you would get those managers, right, on your first try. So I would say this is probably, right, up there with, you know, one of the worst SBCs, right, that EA did actually release. Let's talk about the next big thing that happened, the patch. EA call it the holiday update patch. So they mentioned, right, that this brand new patch will actually reduce midfield congestion, especially in your new gen. They will actually they'll make goalkeepers, right, you know, easier to score against, reduce sideline pressure on attackers, and then they'll basically make it more attacking, right, if you're playing a 3 or 5 back. Right, this is what they say. Right, sideline pressure, blah 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 blah. And then let's take a look, right? This is the one that impacts a lot of people, right? The reduction, right, in the finesse plus playstyle. So what they're saying is it's gonna be harder for you, right, to score finesse goals. Alright, that's what they say. And then your R1 sprint, your control sprint is also reduced, as well as your power header. So these were the major ones. So the surprising thing about this, right, is EA actually released this update or this patch notes, right, or call it pitch notes, right, on, I believe, on a Tuesday, but the patch came yesterday on Wednesday. So typically, right, they take, you know, about 1 to 2 weeks, right, to give us the patch after giving us the pitch notes. So I already tried out around 10 games for, of this brand new game, I have to tell you, right, that I didn't notice too much difference. Yes, the midfield was a bit more open, right? You can actually pass a bit more on new gen. The goalkeeper seems to have been buffed, maybe I would say by 10%. But the finesse shots, right? I don't think that there is too much difference. Previously, right, you were able to score shots from anywhere, from very, very far. Now you have to really kind of like get that right angle, and it has to be a little bit closer to the goal, right, before you can score. So I would say, right, maybe the finesse shot also, right, the reduction is like, they have actually nerfed it like 10 to 15%. It's not too significant of a nerf. But when we got this news on Tuesday, before the patch came out, players who had finesse plus actually went down quite a bit because people were fearing the worst. Griezmann, right, 265k all the way down to about 218k. And then yesterday, once people start playing the game and they realized that the buff wasn't that significant, he went back up from about 218 up to about 232k, which is currently chilling at right now. Even your higher tier ones are the same, right? Hanser with the finesse style as the playstyle plus. When the news came out, 1.8 mil, dropped all the way down to about 1.44 mil. And then again, when people realized that, it's not too much of a nerf, she went back up to about 1.62 mil. And right now, she's actually dropped back down to about 1.5 mil. I don't expect these cards to go back up to where they were, right, before the patch itself, because casual players, right, don't really keep up with you guys who are actually watching YouTube videos, so they wouldn't know. We did also get the brand new evolution as well, right? Your detail oriented. I actually want to go through with you guys and tell you guys which are the best cards, right, to get. So some of the more popular player ones, right, are actually like Walsh, because if you guys see, right, you can actually evolve her, right, from an 85, right up to a 89. And then if we actually take a look at some of the best players to do this with, Ona Battle is another one, right? Basically, she went from about 8k, I would say, right, 8.5k all the way up to 12k, where she's currently exiting at right now. And then Jonathan Klaus is another one. I already spoken about this. Ben Chilwell, Castania, right? We're still waiting for the Adama Traore moments SBC. Estupinian, right? So those are the better cards to evolve. And then, like I mentioned, if you need the Messi link, I personally am probably gonna do the Jordi Alba one, right? Nuno Mendes. So I would say these are the top few, as well as Molina, right? If you need the Atletico Madrid link. So these are the top few, right, that you can actually go ahead to evolve. Now, we do also have leaked packs, right? Your Elite Dynasty packs contains 30 rare gold players with 3 guaranteed to be 87 or higher. Now, this is the big one, right? 87 plus base Centurions player pack, your Icon player pack. So I expect that to be a SBC. Your Premium Dynasties packs, right? Deluxe Breakthrough pack. Supreme Dynasties packs, right, contains 70 rare gold players rated 83 or higher. Now, this has a significant impact, right, if you actually want to invest in your 83s, because when people open up such a huge pack and they go on to craft all their Gamble SBCs, right, they basically don't need to purchase that many 83s, right? I'll talk more about this, right, in a later video. We also have the Foundations pack. So basically, yeah, all these packs, are just more ways, right, of EA, trying to make profit. Now, let's go on, right, and talk about the Thunderstruck cards, because these cards have been moving up a lot. If we actually go and take a look at Ansu Fati, they beat Brentford yesterday, right? So he went from about 430 all the way up to about 500k, which is his current price, right? 490k. And then if you guys actually watch my previous video, I did say that Bernardo Silva, right, it's better, not to touch him, because I don't think Man City will beat Aston Villa, because Villa was on a 13-game winning run. Right, so I watched the game yesterday. Villa absolutely dominated Manchester City, and they were quite unlucky to just win by 1 goal. So you know, because Manchester City lost, right? City lost, they have actually went down, right? Bernardo Silva 72 to about 65k. So their next game, right, is against Luton Town on a Sunday. I would say that I actually quite like Bernardo Silva at his current price, right? If you can get him right around 65k on console, 61k on PC, right? Those are the prices, right, that you should be going for. I think that he's actually a pretty good investment. I did also call out on my VIP trading Discord yesterday about Umtiti. I told the people to actually go and get him right at about 17k, and right now he's actually up at about 19k, right? So this is an undercut. So we will be continuing to hold. So if you want tips like this, join the VIP trading Discord for free, right? It's going to be free if you have Amazon Prime. Now let's talk about today's stuff, right? Your marquee matchups. So we do not have any leaks, right? This is my prediction. I would say go for your Newcastle and Spurs players, right? Try to aim for the goal commons. As usual, those are the ones that have the highest profit margin, right? You can easily get them at about 350 coins, right? Newcastle as well as Spurs. And then another one that you can actually go for, right, is your Juventus and Napoli. Again, I believe you'll be able to pick them up at about possibly, right, maybe a little bit more expensive. You can try, I think you can try to get them on bid, right around 500 to 600 coins. And then the last team would be Dortmund and Leipzig, right? The last UEFA marquee matchups, or rather marquee matchups, right? No UEFA. So yeah, Spurs Newcastle for me is the top, and then Juve Napoli, and then the last one would be Dortmund and Leipzig. So next thing I want to talk about is your out of pack investments, right? For your radioactive cards, because some of you might be wondering, right, what are some of the good cards to invest in. So I like somebody like Cassie, so try to get him on bid at 39k on console. PC players 30k. I think he's gonna be a very useful link for future, because yeah, the links are actually very, very helpful, and for the Saudi league, right, it's actually super difficult to get him. And then my favorite investment, right, it's actually Wilfred Zaha. So try to get him, I would say, right around, right, if it's 68.5, right, you can actually go ahead to get him. Try to get him at around this price, right, later on at content drop. For PC players, right, try to aim for about 69k or so, right? So those are my two favorite investments. So for the rest of the team itself, I think Slobozai is another good investment. Talisca for that CR7 link. Perisic. I also really like, right, Mazzawari. So those are the players, right, that you can aim for, that I think, you know, out of packs, they should go up quite a decent amount. Don't expect them to fly like the Thunderstruck or the FC Pro cards that flew, because those were actually live cards. So try to pick all these cards up, right, later on at content drop after marquee matchups are released. That's actually the most ideal time to pick these cards up if you haven't already. Now, we do also have news that remember quite some time back, right? I think just 2 weeks back, right? People were not able to get their 100k pack as well as their 1.5k XP. EA has actually already compensated you guys, so do check. I believe that some people, right, actually got double the XP, right? Not too surprising there, with yet more errors from EA itself. And then we do have confirmation that Harry Maguire is now the player of the month for the EPL, right? The SBC should come on Friday before content drop. Dybala is the one that has won the Italian league, so those of you who run the Italian league squad, this will be a very, very good camp. I'll be looking forward, right, to see how much he will actually cost. And as for today, right, we will be getting the Benacia SBC. So not too much that we can do here, because he actually already has really, really good links because of him being a radioactive card. The question is only how expensive, right, he will be. Like I mentioned in the previous video, you know, if your team of the weeks, they are not required, right, they will actually go down in price. And actually, they did went down in price. I think in the previous video when we were actually going through, right, they were actually right around 24 to 25k, so they have dropped all the way up to, I would say, right around 22k. Now, I don't think now is a good time to invest in your team of the weeks, because there is a very high chance, right, that we get the 82 plus team of the week pick, right, back on Friday drop and content drop itself. So I will just hold off on investing on all these cards. Anyway, the SBCs, right, don't really start requiring them, right? They require them, right? Don't really come around until the weekend itself. So I will just go and see whether the player pick SBC actually comes out before deciding whether to invest. So that's all from me. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button. All the links to my free trading Discord as well as my VIP segment of the trading Discord, right, all the how-tos will be down in the description below. Do hit that sub button if you want to see more of such content, and I'll see you guys soon. Alright, take care guys.